I'm catching up. You guys are ahead of me. No solution. What kind of lines are those? Yeah. So I know that my equations have the same slope. What about their y-intercepts? If I have two parallel lines, they have the same slope, but they have what y-intercepts? Different. Yeah, these cross the y-axis at different places. Different y-intercept. Okay. Different y-intercepts. What about this last one down here? It's kind of funky. Yeah. Infinitely many. And if I make this really big, I did these on Desmos. Can you see that there's the green and the blue together? Because I know sometimes that's hard to see that, but this is infinitely many solutions. I'm going to abbreviate. So that means that it's going to have, the lines have to have the same slope. And what else? Yeah, good job. Same y-intercept. Okay. So I have a word problem. I will always try to make sure that your journal has a word problem in it. Why? Why do you think I would do that? So you have a really good example when you take a quiz or a test, because remember I said you can always use your journals on your quizzes and tests. So I want to make sure that you have a good example. Okay. So flip open your book. And here is our first word problem. So all we're doing is writing a system of equations. We're not solving it or anything. We're just writing a system of equations, because that's the hard part, right? Is figuring out the equations. So Amaya and Seamus are selling cookie dough for a school fundraiser. Customers can buy packages of white chocolate chip cookie dough and packages of gingerbread cookie dough. So I have two types of cookie dough. When you have two variables, that means you're going to write your equation in this form. When you have two variables, there's no word per anywhere. You're going to have to write it in this form. Okay? So let's see. Amaya sold 2 packages of white chocolate chip cookie dough and 11 packages of gingerbread dough. What variables do you want to use? Are you good with using just X and Y? Yeah. Okay. So we have to define our variables. I'm going to let X equal the cost of the white chocolate. And I'm going to let Y equal the cost of the gingerbread. I don't know about you guys, but I do not like gingerbread cookies. I don't know. All right. So how do I show that Amaya sold 2 packages of white chocolate chip, 11 packages of gingerbread, and raised a total of $139? How do I show that? What's the number that represents the X variable? How many packages of the white chocolate did she sell? So that's 2X plus how many packages of the gingerbread cookie did she sell? 11Y. And how much money did she raise? 139. Okay. Let's talk about Seamus. What'd Seamus do? So Seamus sold 12 packages of white chocolate chip. How do I show 12 of the X variable? 12X. Plus he sold 10 packages of gingerbread for a total of, okay. Those are your 2 equations. We're not going to solve that by graphing or anything. Every word problem that I give you, I'm going to leave it kind of just like this. Sometimes we'll solve them, but mostly I just want you to determine how to write it, know how to write a word problem. The other 2 examples in your journal are pretty straightforward. We're going to solve by graphing. So both of these need to be solved for Y. Both of these need to be solved for Y in this first system. So if I take 3X minus 2Y equals 2, what am I going to do first to solve for Y? Subtract the 3X. I'm trying to get Y all by itself. I'm going to have to get everything else away first. So when I subtract the 3X, I have negative 2Y equals negative 3x plus 2. Now what? Divide everything by negative 2. So y equals, a negative divided by a negative is a positive 3/2 x. A positive divided by a negative is a negative 3/2 x minus 1. I'm going to just write down right here what my slope is and what my y-intercept is. Let's see, my slope is 3/2, and I'm going to begin at negative 1. Let's solve our next equation for y. X plus 2y equals 6. I have to subtract x from both sides first. 2y equals negative x plus 6. Divide everything by 2. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. So my slope is negative 1/2, and my y-intercept is 3. So I'm going to graph the blue equation first. I begin at negative 1, and I go from there, I'm going to go up 3 and to the right 2. Up 1, 2, 3, to the right 1, 2. I have enough room to do that one more time. Go up 1, 2, 3, to the right 1, 2. I can also, from where I began at negative 1, go down 3 and to the left 2. Connect your points with a nice straight line. Okay. Okay. The next line, the green line, begins at positive 3 and it has a slope of negative 1/2. That means I go down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. I already see the place where they intersect. The solution to this is what point? It's the ordered pair 2, 3. It's the ordered pair 2, 3. Are we ready to keep going? Raise your hand if you need more time. Okay. All right, I'm going to slide up to this next one right here. All right, so let's look at this one. If I want to solve for, what'd you say? It's frozen? Yeah, sorry. If I wanted to solve for y in this equation right here, I'm going to rewrite it so you can see y comes first. Negative y equals x plus 3. What do I have to do to solve for y? Yeah, I just have to divide every term by negative 1. So this is going to be y equals negative x minus 3. So my slope is negative 1, and my y-intercept is negative 3. This next one, I'm going to rewrite it so the y comes first. Negative y plus 1 equals 5x. What do I have to do to solve this equation for y? Yeah, I'm going to subtract 1. Braden, was that you? Negative y equals 5x minus 1. And last step, I have a negative out in front of that y. Absolutely. Divide everything by negative 1. Y equals negative 5x plus 1. My slope is negative 5, and my y-intercept is 1. So my first equation, I begin at negative 3. I go down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1. I can also go up 1 and to the left, up 1 and to the left. Okay. My second equation begins at 1 and has a slope of negative 5. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 to the right. So the solution, the place where these two lines intersect, is what? Ordered pair. It's 1, negative 4. The solution is ordered pair 1, negative 4.